Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Really sorry I'm so late with these videos, my god. I have been extraordinarily busy through October with readings. The website is always pretty much busy, but October was kind of off the bloody chain. Still finishing off some of the other readings that have been left over, so we're trying to make everything kind of not quick, because I always want to give my best on readings, and I always want to make sure that the readings are done thoroughly and they're quality for the channel. That's my unique selling point, I guess, on the channel, Scorpio. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Scorpio. It's my birthday this month as well, guys, so for all of my fellow Scorpio twinsies, love you loads, and let's all have a good time. So let's have a look what's coming in for you guys. Now, if the reading isn't that great, Scorpios, don't get out your pram and say, oh, it's our birthday, give us a shit reading. Whether it's your birthday or not, shit still happens, guys, okay? So don't get too much out of your pram, alright, about shit. It is general and it doesn't refer to everyone, alright? Get a bit mature, man, Emperor. Get away from that ego. So, Universe Spree, what's going on with Scorpio for November 2017. You just had a page of cups flip out. We'll put it back in though, the deck. I always put stuff that flips out back in. So I was taught, really. If it comes out again, it's got a really significant message. But what's going on for Scorpio, Sun, and Rising signs? Scorpio, Sun, and Rising signs. Scorpio, Sun, and Rising signs for the month of November 2017 for Scorpio. Show me. I don't have my advice card from the angels. I'm recording from a different location today. So, this is why I don't have all of my tools with me at the moment. I'm using the Pamela Coleman Smith Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Really beautiful cards. Same as obviously the Rider-Waite, but it just looks a bit more glossier, really. Let's have a look. Alright, so you guys have come up. Death is the zodiac sign. Well, it's a sign of Scorpio, so this is your major card. There's transformations. So around you there is endings coming in, and there's big transformations. This is not to be taken lightly, guys, alright? Death in the tarot very, very rarely means death, like physical death. Often when you get the death card come up, it means that you're going through, there's a massive cycle of change around Scorpios, I feel, in your birthday month, Scorpio, okay? That's what death is. It's about a huge transformation, an ending off a particular phase, going on into a new phase. So this is ending stroke new beginning card, is the death card, you guys, and this is your major, so you're definitely doing a lot of transformation here. If you're doing a personal transformation, this is possibly something quite spiritual as well. Maybe there's something that you're learning here, Scorpio, in terms of yourself. So I'm seeing transformation, whether this is an external transformation or internal transformation. There's a transformation going on. Wow. Challenge is 8 of Cups. So you guys, your challenge is to leave something behind, but you know, this is challenge stroke influence position is really saying, Scorpio, that you are leaving something behind here. 8 of Cups, and that's why the death card is around you. Okay, so the present focus is on death. It's a massive transformation for Scorpio, and the influences around you are leaving actually something behind. So again, it's either emotionally you're leaving it behind, because this is all about emotional separation, emotional distance is the 8 of Cups. Could also be, for some of you guys, it might be a fellow water sign that's walking away from you, potentially, or it doesn't have to be a water sign, it can be anybody walking away, which is why you do have death and ending here. Or this is you physically walking away from something, or you're releasing something and letting it go. There's all sorts of keywords we can use for the cards, you see, which is what we try and do. The reason that death is occurring is because of the 7 of Wands. I think that you've just had enough. Even though the 7 of Wands is a great card and it's great for standing in your power, I think that there has been some form of a struggle or some form of a fight, and you guys, when you get the 7 of Wands, it's about struggles, fights. It's about having to stay in that power, having to stay confident. Sometimes when you get the 6 Wands here, Scorpio, what it can be showing is that you've got detractors and you've got people around you who are wagging their fingers at you, and you're kind of like, with the 7th Wand, you're like, it's like, fuck off. It's like, I'm holding my own here, you know, just keep the hell out. And some of you guys, it might be a situation, Scorpio, where you have really, really, really been just up against it, and you've been like, oh, I'm trying to keep these people out. I don't know how long I can carry on doing this for, but you've been really standing in there, really holding strong. But you know what? Time is enough. Whether this is an argument between you and another individual, or you're arguing or you're fighting against detractors, negative individuals around you, or just fighting it for time, or whatever the situation is. Maybe some of you guys, it could be that somebody is asking something off you and you've got a deadline with that Seven of Wands. It can mean anything the Seven of Wands can. Whatever the general meaning of the Seven of Wands is to struggle against others, or struggle against a situation in which you've got to hold your own. And I think as a result of that, your focus will be on the energies around you. That whatever this struggle is with the Seven of Wands, it's coming to an end, because the influences around you is that somebody's either walking away from this with this Eight of Cups, sorry, or you're walking away and releasing it. There's definitely release from some form of a struggle going on around you guys, I feel, in the month of November 2017. And as a result of that Seven of Wands, what we're seeing is a new idea or a new beginning coming up with the Eight. So everything is kind of cleared here, I'm seeing. You got the Eight of Wands in the recent past, so in your foundation there's a struggle here. Seven of Wands, but as a result of that struggle, but it's not as a result of the struggle, it's as a result of death, because those are the energies around you. What we're seeing is the struggle card, Seven of Wands in your foundation, but there's a new idea, I think, as a result of this struggle, Eight of Wands in the recent past, and that idea has been the influences around you. I need to let this go. And as a result of this, your focus, or the energies around you, are on endings and new beginnings. Ace of Wands, Death card, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, they're all about new beginnings. The most likely outcome for the month of November, Scorpio, is, well, Nine of Cups. This is just bloody awesome. This is happiness, fulfillment, wishes coming true, feeling satisfied, feeling content. It's really, really good reading. Really, really good reading so far, Scorpio, for your birthday month. Coming in, what you'll experience, though, is Temperance in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse is not such a bad card. Sometimes this card will show up and talk about a lack of balance and harmony. But remember that Temperance can be the card where, if it's in the upright, it's in your hands. And what we're doing with Temperance is it's a test. When you get the Temperance card coming in, it's usually about, right, I'm trying to make something work here. Right, I'm trying to even it out. I'm trying to gain the balance and the harmony and the equilibrium within my life, which is what Temperance is. But in the reverse, some of you guys might just drop the ball and you might just say, you know what, actually, I'm not trying this anymore. Because this is really the card about trying. It's the card about trying when it's in the upright. You're trying to make something work. And some of you guys, because of this death energy here, leading into the future, the immediate future in November, Scorpio, it might be some of you guys stop trying Temperance. You're not trying so much. You're not putting so much of the work or the effort in, because it's like, fuck it, what's the point? Temperance, these cards, whether they're reversed or upright, we can't always read them in terms of what makes a good tarot reader is going with what your intuition tells you the cards are saying. And I'm not going to sit here and just say, oh well, you might just find that there's an unbalanced situation coming in with that Temperance energy, because not always the case. Temperance, I've usually found, is within the charge of the person. So the person is usually the angel. You're usually the person on the Temperance card. Yes, it can be behind the scenes, angels, universe, universal help, but in the, this is really about what we're doing for ourselves. Sometimes this is about one last test comes in and you're needing to find out whether it's something you want or not. So it's trying, it's testing yourself with Temperance, trying to put those jigsaws of the puzzle together, Scorpio. In the reverse, for me, this is kind of someone who says, you know, actually, I'm dropping the ball here. Do you know what I mean? I don't really care how it goes. I'm not putting so much effort into this here. I'm seeing you guys not putting an effort in. You might also be dealing maybe with a Sagittarius individual, but I don't think that's the case. I think you're not putting an effort, because I'm seeing here really the effort was with the Seven of Wands. But you guys in the recent past, you kind of pinged on a new idea, Ace of Wands energy, and that new idea is where your influences are. It's about walking away, and that's why the influences around you, or the energies around you, are about death. The ending of something old no longer serving you and entering into something new. So it's about a new beginning, and that new beginning most likely is going to bring you complete happiness, joy and emotional fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. I see you guys as not trying so much. There's an effort not being put into, whereas you were putting some effort into the situation with that Seven of Wands. I'm seeing you guys not doing this with the Temperance card in the immediate future. You guys right now, well, you're dissatisfied. There you go. Four of Cups. This is Scorpio right now. Could be in your external factors. There's a Cancerian person around you. Four of Cups is the sign of Cancer. But ultimately, if this is you, Scorpio, you're very dissatisfied with that Four of Cups. Coming in, what you'll experience is the Devil, though. The Devil card often represents restrictions, and it represents difficulties and limitations with that Devil. Can also be a Capricorn person, but this represents a sense of feeling controlled by others or external situations. If you're the devil, then great, you've got control over others. However, if you're not the devil, something's got control over you. We'll figure out what that is in a moment. We'll see what that's about. Two of Pentacles. I think this might be a fear. Two of Pentacles is about being unsteady. But also the Two of Pentacles is really just going with the flow, especially I feel with the Temperance card in the immediate future. If you guys aren't particularly putting any effort into a situation, it might be your hopes, oh well, let me just go with the flow and see how things go. Because what you've been trying to do here in your foundation, Scorpio, is you've really been trying to kind of hold something out. You've been struggling, but you've been standing in that power there. You've not been giving up on a situation, but I think you've grown tired of something here. I think that you've pinged on a new idea how you're going to get yourself out of a situation. Because I can see this Ace of Wands in the recent past, and that's often a new epiphany, new idea, and something new creative, for example. Can be new jobs and stuff, but that's not how I see this really. I think that something you guys, you were struggling with something, Scorpio, you pinged on a new idea how you're going to get yourself out of it. The influences around you were to walk away, stroke challenges was to walk away, let go of something here, and that's why you guys are showing as death. The energies around you, but I'm also reading you as the death card here. You're transforming from a situation here with death. There's a change, a complete and utter shutting off the door on a situation here and entering into something new. And the most likely outcome is that you're going to be very happy doing that. But the problem is, it's almost like for some of you Scorpios, you see whatever this thing that you close the door on as a reason not to put any effort into a particular, this new beginning that you're going into. It's almost like you can't be bothered with something, Scorpio, here. And I think this might get you into trouble because you've got the Devil card showing up. As a result of the Temperance card in the reverse, not putting any further effort into whatever this new path is that you're going on to, I'm seeing this Devil card coming in and it's warning you, I feel, Scorpio, and saying, look, you've found a way to overcome a situation that you're not happy with, fine. But it just seems to me that it's almost like the way that you find not the reason that you decide to give up on a situation here, Scorpio, is all very admirable. But make sure that the reason isn't so you can sit and do nothing. Okay? So that you can sit and kind of just not try. And hopefully that whatever it is that you guys are giving up here in November or letting go of, make sure, I just get the impression with this reading it's got to be for the right reasons, because your hopes possibly are just to go with the flow, the Two of Pentacles energy showing here. The outcome shows as the High Priestess, and that was what I was afraid of, because your overall outcome, you know, we can see here in the immediate future Temperance in the reverse. This isn't for me just about lack of harmony and balance. It is lack of harmony and balance, but it's lack of harmony and balance of the self. It's when you're not centered. So I'm getting a very a sense of not being centered for Scorpios in the immediate future. Okay, you've let go of something, but it doesn't give you that fulfillment. You're still not feeling fulfilled. And I feel that as a result of that, you're experiencing the Devil coming in. Possibly depression even with that card. Feeling changed, feeling confused. Where to next? Hopes to go with the flow with that Two of Pentacles. But the overall outcome is just passively waiting for something to come in, I feel, with that High Priestess. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. It's a very interesting reading, but I don't... At first I thought it was really positive, Scorpio. I just felt at first it would be a really positive reading, and then as I got into it I just thought, well, why is Scorpio... I just feel that this is you all over. You seem to be dropping the ball on something here, Scorpio, and it's almost like you dropped the ball, so it's a reason not to do anything, or it's a reason just to take some time out and not to do anything. Maybe some of you guys need that time out. We're going to see why you guys are the Four of Cups. Why is Scorpio the Four of Cups in November? Why is Scorpio the Four of Cups? What's the situation around Scorpio being the Four of Cups in November 2017? Alright, I think that you're unhappy. I think the situation is around a Queen of Wands in the reverse. So this might be a fake friend, somebody who's often Queen of Wands in the reverse. And I think if you're unhappy with this, if this is you guys being unhappy, Four of Cups, then this Queen of Wands in the reverse has got to be somebody who's not very nice, because she can often be very... There's two ways we can look at Queen of Wands in the reverse. You can either look at her as being a very spiteful lady in the reverse, or she's either very insecure. So it's either that you're unhappy because of a very spiteful individual around you, perhaps with that Queen of Wands showing in the reverse, or it might be that you are unhappy because the situation is that you don't have any type of confidence in the situation, which is what Queen of Wands in the reverse can be as well. The root issue for you guys is this Seven of Wands. What's the situation around the Seven of Wands for Scorpio? What's the situation around the Seven of Wands for Scorpio in November? What's the situation? Alright, yeah, I mean, you've been standing up, you've been standing in your power. It's against somebody who's been trying to take you down. So this could be somebody who's verbally abusive with that with the Five of Swords energy. Could be somebody who's quite jealous, and I think if they're jealous, I think that it shows here that you're unhappy with a very spiteful individual. Might be in the root issue that this is somebody that you have been fighting against. You've been fighting standing in your truth, because the situation is this person's trying to take you down a peg or two. This person's trying to they're trying to depower you. So basically they're trying to make you feel insecure about yourself. Five of Swords shows up when somebody's trying to gain empowerment through somebody else's misfortune, through somebody else's lack of security and lack of confidence. This person loves to make people feel terrible, the third swordsman does. So I think that you've been trying to stand in your truth because somebody's been trying to overpower you here with this the Five of Swords, Scorpio. I think this person really has been doing it through words and action. This is possibly some narcissist. They're possibly one of those types of people that pretends that they're nice but they're not, and it's showing that you're unhappy because the situation is about a Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's been quite spiteful, I think. In your root issue, you've been fighting off this individual because this person's been trying to take you down a peg or two. They've been trying to make you feel less than what you are, and it's interesting because you ain't about to do that. No Scorpio I know anybody worth their salt who's a true Scorpio, not being horrible. Scorpios, we don't put up with shit, really and truly. Scorpios don't. Not any Scorpio that I know. In the recent past, we've got the Ace of Wands. What's the situation around the Ace of Wands for Scorpio in the recent past in November? The King of Pentacles. So you've hit on an idea, Ace of Wands, in the recent past, and I'm following the story round, and I think this idea is the situation is the King of Pentacles. So some of you guys, it might be you've hit on an idea, maybe you want to speak to someone, the big top person. King of Pentacles usually shows the big manager or the big top person, so maybe you guys have hit on an idea on how you know, to speak to somebody around this individual here, a King of Pentacles. For some of you guys, it might be that you've hit on an idea, it might be that you've in the recent past received some good news with this Ace of Wands. This can be about new potential, new jobs. Situation is around a King of Pentacles, so maybe this is something like a promotion, that type of thing. And for some of you guys, it might be that you've hit on an idea on how you, with this King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles often means improvement in situations, so it might be how you've hit on an idea how you kind of improve the situation with that King of Pentacles energy. Your challenge is the Eight of Cups, and what's the situation around the Eight of Cups being the challenge for Scorpio? What's the situation around the Ace of Cups being the challenge for Scorpio? Show me. The Lovers. Okay, so the situation is your challenge is walking away, and this is because of the Lovers. The situation is the Lovers, so this might be love for some of you guys. Walking away, it might be because it's something that you do love. Lovers isn't always about relationships with people. Sometimes this card simply means because I love something. Okay, whether this is a person, whether it's a, you know, a job, whatever it is, your challenge is to walk away because you love what you do. You've got the Lovers sitting there, which is why the focus around Scorpio is death. What's the situation around the energies around Scorpio being death in November 2017? Show me. Wow, the Tower. Okay, so the situation is death. There's an ending here, so the energies around you are an ending here, and the situation is the Tower. This is either an argument, something has to go, there has to be, the situation is having to cleanse the situation, get rid of a situation, leave a situation behind. Something is not built on solid ground here for you guys. So the situation is, the energies that you're going to experience is an ending, guys. These are major cards, and then major, when you get Death and Tower together, whoo, watch out, but it's good so far. So death is the energies around you. You guys, some of you guys are going to be experiencing an ending, Scorpio, but the situation is about the Tower. Okay, this is something that has to happen. It's an unstable foundation. It has to happen. It has to go in order for you guys to start rebuilding. It has to happen no matter what you do, how you look at it. Death can also be because the situation is a Tower, especially if you're having arguments with someone. So in your foundation, you're standing your ground here, and the situation is about somebody who's trying to literally disempower you with this Five of Swords. So somebody's trying to get one up on you, Scorpio, here, and you've been standing in your ground. But as a result of that, the energies around you is that this is going to come to an end with that Death card, because the situation is about the Tower. There's either some major argument or something major, I'm not going to say it's a catastrophe, but there's a major shift that happens to bring this energy in. The most likely outcome shows us the Nine of Cups. And what's the situation around the Nine of Cups for Scorpio? What's the situation around the Nine of Cups for Scorpio in November 2017? Okay, the 7 of coins. Okay, so the most likely outcome is that I think that you guys here, you're going to be feeling very pleased, very happy with that 9 of Cups energy showing there. I think you're going to be very, I think you're going to also have a wish come true. The situation is something that you've been waiting for is now coming to you. The 7 of Coins is often something to do with what you've been waiting for. This can also be to do with a job. So in the recent past, if you've been offered something new, Ace of Wands, say for example a new job, for example, the situation is around a King of Pentacles, so this might be the money man, the person that offers you the job, then it could be saying, well, the most likely outcome is you're going to be feeling really, really happy because you've got a new job. 7 of Coins can also show new jobs, but it can also show something that you've been waiting for, and you guys should be feeling pleased as punch, because what I'm seeing is their situation is something you've been waiting for is going to be coming to you. The immediate future, you're going to experience temperance, and what's the situation around temperance? What's the situation around temperance coming in the reverse? Okay, you've got this Wheel of Fortune here as a situation, so this isn't you doing this, Scorpio, because temperance card in the reverse is a lack of harmony and balance in a situation. You're going to experience something to do with a lack of harmony, a lack of balance. I think that there's going to be some sort of dissatisfaction here, or there's a sense of feeling really impatient with this temperance card showing in the reverse. The situation is on the Wheel of Fortune, so something that should be changing for the better, I feel here, is not changing so readily, so quickly. We're seeing death around you, but I think it's going to take a bit of time before whatever this thing is comes together. In the meantime, you've got this Devil card showing up, and what's the situation around the Devil card for Scorpio coming in? What's the situation around the Devil card for Scorpio coming in? What's this? Yeah, you got a King of, there's a person here, a King of Swords. So I think that you're going to have some form of difficult situation with that Devil card. You're going to be feeling rather limited and rather chained with the Devil card. I think I'm seeing some oppressive energy coming in, and the situation is about this King of Swords. And I wouldn't be surprised if this King of Swords was this 5 of Swords man here, the person that's causing all the trouble. So in the meantime, you're going to have to put up with somebody, I feel here, because you've got the Devil card, and this means chained and being held back and being restricted by an external force, and this is because of a King of Swords. So I think it's this person here that's doing this. I think there's a very cold, calculating detail. He's not showing reverse, no, but he can still be quite cold and calculating in the upright, but appear to be fair at the same time with this King of Swords. So I'm just going to ask what it is about this King of Swords. What are you trying to tell us about the King of Swords? What are you trying to tell us about the King of Swords? Yeah, he's a Queen of Cups in the reverse. This person appears to be fair, and they appear to be balanced, but emotionally wise, I feel that this person is quite cold, and they're a little bit of a drama queen. So I think that this person communicates to you in a way, because this is the card of communication, is the King of Swords. So you guys are going to experience limitations and chains around a situation, and that situation is to do with the King of Swords. Somebody who communicates quite clearly, but what are they communicating to you? Possibly Queen of Cups in the reverse, unfairly, possibly not nicely, possibly they're very discompassionate, they're not very nice, they don't communicate in a fair, rational and compassionate way. I think this person's a little bit of a drama queen, and I think that they have the capacity to be quite damaging as an individual. I do feel that you're going to have problems with an individual coming in. You're on the precipice of a change though, Scorpio, you are. It's just going to take time, and I think that I'm just going to get clarified with this Wheel of Fortune. What are you trying to tell us about this Wheel of Fortune in the immediate future? What are you trying to tell us about this Wheel of Fortune? Okay, so it's the 4 of Wands. So, you know, you're going to experience the temperance in the reverse coming in. And temperance in the reverse is where there is, you know, in the upright, this is where finally you've managed to balance something out. So finally something is going in your favour with the temperance card. There's healing, that type of thing. Alright, so what I'm seeing is temperance in the reverse is you guys feeling a lack of balance and a lack of equilibrium within your situation coming in here. Also, I'm not seeing something being worked out just yet, and the situation is around a change, positive change, and it's around the 4 of Wands. So this could be a move, for example. So I'm not seeing a move happening here. I'm seeing if you're needing to move somewhere in this situation, Scorpio, it's not going to happen just yet, and you're going to be kind of like, oh, for fuck's sake, what's happening here? Why isn't this move taking place? Because I'm seeing a move around you, and I'm seeing you coming out of a situation situation, but I don't think it's going to happen in November. I think it's on the cards to happen, but there might be a little bit of a halt or a delay in a situation, because I'm seeing temperature in the reverse also meaning delays as well. And in the meantime, what you'll experience is the devil, and this is somebody who wants control. This is a very controlling character here, and the situation is around the King of Swords. This is somebody who's speaking and communicating to you, but who is this person that's what's this person communicating? Well, he's communicating the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This person is communicating through spite, and this person's not particularly very nice, and this person will communicate in such a way because they are feeling within themselves a sense of anger. There's somebody here who really wants to get the last laugh. I feel Scorpio for some of you guys here, and it's not looking very nice. You guys, your hopes are for the Two of Pentacles. What's the situation around the Two of Pentacles in terms of Scorpio's hopes? What's the situation around the Two of Pentacles? Well, you're hoping for an offer here. I think the hope is with the Two of Pentacles to try finding that balance again, but the Two of Pentacles can also be trying to managing a situation. Your hopes are to manage this situation, and what's the situation around that? Well, Six of Cups, you'd like nothing more, I feel, with this Six of Cups, to be friends with whoever this individual is, because the Two of Pentacles is now, I'm reading as it being to manage. I think you guys would like to manage this situation with this Two of Pentacles. And how would you do that? Well, the situation is about the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is about offering apologies, being nice to each other, giving each other gifts, being together in such a lovely, sweet way with another individual. I feel that you'd love to manage this situation by having this person be nice to you, or by being able to be nice to each other with this Six of Cups energy. But the outcome shows the High Priestess, and what's the situation with the High Priestess in the outcome for Scorpio? What's the situation with the High Priestess for Scorpio in the outcome? Strength. Okay, so I think that for some of you guys, what will happen is you're going to keep your distance with that High Priestess, because the situation is around strength. And strength card really is about the ability to hold one's mouth, hold one's tongue, to hold one back on one's inner. When you get the Strength card, it's about holding back on your passion and on your urges. And some of you guys have an urge here, I feel, to say something to an individual, but you don't do it. This is about you guys being very aloof and very passive, and you're doing that by holding back on what your urge is. And this is really to go for whoever this person is. I think somebody's causing some issues for some of you Scorpios, and I think you're going to have to wait until this situation is actually resolved with this individual, because I don't see it being resolved just yet. For some of you guys, this might be a workplace situation, I'm feeling as well on this reading. Let's quickly get the reading again. You've got the Four of Cups showing up as the you. Now, I think you guys are very dissatisfied, and the situation is about an individual. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Could be top tier, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. But I think this is probably a little minx. I think you're dissatisfied because somebody's a little bit spiteful and they're causing a bit of problems here. In your foundation, we can see that you guys have been holding on for as long as you can. It could have been around from a group of people. The Six of Wands can show groups that are wagging their fingers at you. So I think that you've been trying to stand in your power, and you've been trying to push against, I would say, with this Seven of Wands, possibly a group of people that have been causing nothing but problems here. And the situation is around Five of Swords. Somebody's been trying to get the upper hand. Somebody's been trying to disempower you. Somebody's been trying to make you feel, Scorpio, like you're not worth anything, or that they're bigger or they're better than you. And in the recent past, you guys have experienced the Ace of Wands. So it might be that you've experienced some good news that came in with this Ace of Wands, and I think it's from a King of Pentacles. The situation is around a King of Pentacles, or the situation with the King of Pentacles can be on how you improve the situation, or the best news that you could possibly get. So I think that you experienced some good news here. Your challenge is that you would whatever this good news is with the Ace of Wands and that King of Pentacles, I think it's going to involve you having to walk away from something, and this is around either a relationship, or this is around something that you really do love. But I think for some of you guys Scorpios, you've got no choice, because somebody's causing issues from you. It's not like you want to walk away from a situation, you've just got no choice. The person's causing you a load of shit. As a result of that, the energies around you are going to be about an ending, finality of a situation, and the situation is about the Tower. Okay, so the Tower says, well, this thing has to go. Okay, this thing is not stable enough for you to be in, so the universe is going to do you a favour, and it's going to bring you something in that's going to kind of encourage this ending to occur. And the most likely outcome will be that you guys are going to be feeling very, very, very happy here with the Nine of Cups. You're going to have a dream come true, because the situation is that you guys have been waiting for something. It could be a new job, new role, but it also, you guys have really put a hard work and effort into a certain area, and now you're waiting for your reward. So you've been waiting for something to happen, and I think it's going to come to you. However, I don't see this happening until maybe the very, very end of November or going into December, because in the immediate future, what you guys have to contend with is Temperance in the reverse. Okay, this is a lack of patience for some of you guys. And why is that? Well, the situation is about a positive change that brings some form of success, initial success with that Four of Wands. This could also be about a move, because the Wheel of Fortune is all about change, and the Four of Wands can be about move of premises or the initial success of a new venture. So this could be a change in a new venture or a lucky venture coming in, and the Temperance card is what you're going to experience. So right now, I don't think that whatever this is that's meant to change for you will happen for you. As good as it is, I don't think it's ready to happen just yet for Scorpio, because what you'll experience is pressure and possibly some burdens with that Devil energy showing there, and it's coming from a King of Swords. Okay, somebody who's very emotionally, the way that they speak, King of Swords is a very clear speaker, so he'll always speak from the mind rather than heart. But I feel with the Queen of Cups here, this person speaks in such a nasty, dramatic way that it's going to be very difficult for you to cope with this individual. And it's usually the way that this person's speaking to you, because they're a King of Swords here. So it's saying you're going to experience a burden, Scorpio, the Devil energy. Alright, somebody's got you on chains here. They've got you on lockdown. And we asked what the situation is about. Well, it's about a King of Swords, and this is somebody who's quite emotionally distant. This is somebody who's very clever, very cunning. Okay, and also what you're being chained by is the way that somebody communicates with you, this King of Swords. They're communicating in the right way, but I feel that the intention with this Queen of Cups is really to lower your sense of confidence. I think the way that they're speaking to you is in such a way that it makes you feel what they're doing with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse is all about drama, and somebody who is very emotionally, they don't know, they blame everybody else for situations except for themselves. They never take accountability. She's the worst type that you can get in the reverse, because emotionally wise, she's so held back. Okay, and she's not particularly compassionate. So I think that somebody's going to be communicating with you very clearly with a lack of compassion, a lack of care, and a lack of thought. And I think that this is where the burden and where the chains come from. I think it's in the way that somebody's going to be communicating with you, and it's in a less than mature and a less than decent way. And your hopes would be to manage the situation, Two of Pentacles, okay, and you'd manage it by being nice to each other with the Six of Cups. Maybe to, you know, offer tea, for example, with that Six of Cups. Maybe to say, would you like me to get you a sandwich from the canteen, whatever it is. You'd like to manage it with the Six of Cups, I feel, in the nicest possible way. But I think the outcome shows you guys holding back and staying very aloof from this individual. I think the outcome for the month is you guys being very, very aloof while you wait patiently. And why is that? Well, the situation's around strength. This is about being patient. This is about holding your own. But this is also about knowing what to do and what not to do. Strength means hold back. Hold back on those angry urges. The Lion often shows us the person who's quite angry. So this is hold your tongue, hold your mouth, just keep quiet. Somebody's trying to goad you here, and they've got you in a position, I feel, Scorpio, where they feel that they can goad you. They can goad you. And there's a change that's coming in. The change has been told to you guys. You've been told that there's a change coming in. Other people, I feel, know about whoever this bully is. I'm seeing a bully here. I'm seeing a real bully. But they're a bully with their mouth. Okay, it's the way that they speak to you. They're very, very, very clever about it, though. This person's very, very, very clever. Very clever. They're trying to make you feel less than what you are, Scorpio. And you put up with it for long enough, and you've got a chance now to get away from it. But I feel just as you get that chance to get away from it, something happens that doesn't allow this change to happen for you to get out of the situation. And in the meantime, Scorpio, I think you're going to have to put up with whoever this person is. Okay? Just hold your own and put up with it. And the way that you put up with it and hold your own until it's time for you to remove yourself from the situation, Scorpio, is by being that High Priestess in the outcome. Quiet, passive, and elusive. Aloof. Because the Strength card is saying, you know who you are. Just keep it on the down low. Don't go flying off the handle. Just keep everything quiet and you'll get there, okay? So I'm seeing very much distance between you and another individual here in the month of November 2017. There is change coming in for Scorpio, but you're going to have to just bear with the situation until that change is ready to come. At least the change is on the cards for you, but I don't see it just coming in just yet. I'm going to have to get an advice card from the rest of the deck. What's the advice you have for Scorpio, universe, on this reading? What's the advice that you have for Scorpio? Show me. Yeah, I mean, it says the Fool in the reverse. Just hold back a little bit with that Fool in the reverse. Fool of reverse says be very cautious, okay, in this situation, okay? Just be very cautious, all right? If you're cautious, I feel that this is going to bring in some healing with that Three of Swords in the reverse. So the Fool card in the upright says, you know, you just go ahead and you do stuff. You act like the Fool. You're acting without thinking. But the Fool in the reverse tells you to act with thinking. So think before you act, basically, with the Fool card. So if you think before you act, you'll be able to heal this situation. Healing will come within this situation with that Three of Swords in the reverse. And that's why you've got the outcome being the High Priestess and that Strength card. You know, there is power in quietness. There is power in aloofness. There is power in not reacting. And High Priestesses never react. I don't see you guys reacting to this individual. They're trying to goad you, but don't react to it. The outcome is you don't react because of strength. Your inner confidence, your inner knowledge, knowing who you are, Scorpio, you know that you can't react to whatever this situation is because you've got a change on the cards coming in. So you're going to have to be patient and wait till that change comes about. All right? And the advice is, you know, think before you act. Thinking before you act will bring resolution to this situation, especially for you internally with that Three of Swords. Okay, Scorpio, that's your reading for November 2017. If I can, I'll try and come back with mid-month at some point, okay? What I'm going to do now, I'm actually focusing on doing your year aheads for 2018, so keep your eye out for that. You've also got a love reading next door to this reading, so have a look at that, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.